Borys Grynyov, Borys Viktorovych Grynyov, Ukrainian, Borys Viktorovych Grynyov, born 1 April 1956 in Kharkov, Ukraine, is a Ukrainian scientist, public figure, member of the National Academy of Sciences of Ukraine (NAS), honored science worker of Ukraine, Doctor of Engineering Science professor, and currently director of the State Fund for Chief Researcher of Institute for Scintillation Materials (NAS) of Ukraine. Biography. Borys Grynyov was born on 1 April 1956 in Kharkov, Ukrainian, member of the National Academy of Sciences of Ukraine, Doctor of Engineering Science, Professor. Borys Grynyov obtained a specialist degree in physics from Kharkov University in 1978. He obtained his candidate dissertation in physics and mathematics in 1985 from Donetsk National University under the supervision of Volodymyr Semenizhenko on the theory of the normal and ferromagnetic superconductors in the strong electromagnetic fields. In 1978-1987, he was a student and junior research worker in OM Gorky Kharkov State University, senior geophysical worker, sector manager in Tyumen Special Design and Technology Bureau, with research production by Zasib Naftogeophysika Department of Ministry of Oil Industry of the USSR. In 1987, he started working at the Institute for Single Crystals ISC in Kharkov, Ukraine. There he completed his doctoral dissertation in technical sciences on the subject of ionization detectors for extreme conditions in 1994. From 1996 to December 2002, he was director of the Institute for Single Crystals ISC, General Director of Scientific and Technology, Concerned Institute for Single Crystals NAS of Ukraine. He became corresponding member of National Academy of Sciences of Ukraine in 1997. In 1997-1999, he was Deputy Minister for Science and Technology, first Deputy Head of the State Committee for Science and Intellectual Properties. In 1998, was conferred on title of Honored Scientist and Technician of Ukraine. He was awarded the professor degree. In 1998-2000, he was a member of National Ukrainian Committee in Cases UNESCO. In December 2002, he created the Institute for Scintillation Materials within the structure of the NAS of Ukraine and was its director from 2002 to 2011. In 2006, became the member academician of National Academy of Sciences of Ukraine. Since 2007, he has been the head of Department of Crystal Physics at Kharkov National University. From 2010 till 2015, was a member of Presidium of National Academy of Sciences of Ukraine. From April 2010, he is the Scientific Director of Institute for Scintillation Materials NAS of Ukraine. From April till July 2010, he was the chairman of State Committee Scientific and Technical Progress and Innovations of Ukraine. V. Grynyov was a member of Committee of Ukraine State Prizes for Science and Technology in 2010-2015. From 1997 to 2003, and since 2010, he represents Ukraine in the Joint Institute for Nuclear Research GINR in Dubna, Russia. In 2008, he was elected a member of the GINR Scientific Council. From 2011 to 2014, he was the first deputy head of the State Agency on Science, Innovation and Informatization of Ukraine. Since 2014 until present, he is the director of State Fund for Fundamental Research of Ukraine. Since March 2017, representative of Ukraine to the CERN Council Canton of Geneva, Switzerland. Scientific priorities. The scientific activities present. The interaction processes of electromagnetic radiation with condensed matter. Ceramic composite, single crystal, film, liquid and plastic materials for various functional purposes. Scintillation materials, luminescence radiation instrumentation. R&D head. Methods development of the organization scintillation properties for single crystals on the basis of rare earth oxides. Elaboration and receiving low backgrounds, scintillation materials for double B decay and dark matter researching. Scientific activities history. Scientific works. Professor B.V. Grynyov actively engaged in scientific and pedagogical activity. Since 2007, he has been the head of Department of Crystal Physics at Kharkov National University. He published 7 scientific manuals, textbooks for high school, High Algebra 2003 ISBN 978-966-8000, 319-91-4, Vector Algebra 2003 ISBN 978-966-8000. He is the initiator of the creation of a new scientific journal, Functional Materials Print, ISIN 1027-5495, online, ISIN 2218-2993. There are 14 monographs, over 800 scientific works, 175 inventions, some of which are patented abroad among B. Grynyov's scientific works. 8 candidate and 8 doctoral dissertation were made under his scientific supervision. Organizational, scientific, and social activities. Member of European Association of Nuclear Medicine since 1997. Member of the U.S. Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers since 2000. Member of the Jenner Scientific Council. Member of the Interagency Council on Scientific Instrumentation. Member of the Coordinating Council for Cooperation NAS with CERN and Jenner. Member of the Coordinating Scientific and Technical Council of the State Target Scientific and Technical Program by the introduction and application of grid technologies in 2009-2003. Member of the Scientific and Technical Council of the Target Complex Program of NAS of Ukraine Astroparticle Physics in 2010-2012. Member of the National Assembly of the Target Complex Program of NAS of Ukraine Fundamental Problems of Nanoconstruction Systems, Nanomaterials, and Nanotechnologies. Member of the Kharkov Regional Public Humanitarian Council. The chief editor of the scientific and technical monographic book series Functional Materials for Science and Technology. State and Perspectives of Development. Member of editorial boards of scientific journals such as Functional Materials, The Issue of Nuclear Science and Technology, Science and Innovation, Aesthetically. Honors and awards. Private life. Married, has 2 daughters. Interests. One of the main Borys Grynyov's hobbies is collection of works of Ukrainian art. Borys Grynyov collection includes 15 well-known collections modern art of Ukraine. In 2004, in connection with the 150th anniversary of the famous artist S.I. Vasilkivsky, the Action on Vasilkivsky Ways, a look through the ages was organized. The purpose of the action was to reproduce after 100 years the sites of the church and folk art, characteristic landscapes created in the time of this master. For this purpose, it has been investigated S.I. Vasilkivsky geography trips as works that are in the collection of the Kharkov Art Museum and in the pre-war documents that recorded the lost works of the artist about 700. Under the editorship of B.V. Grynyov was compiled reference book The Signatures and Monograms of Artists of Ukraine, which has been reprinted 3 times. The reference book contains a brief biographical information on contemporary Ukrainian artists and samples of their signatures. Ordering of such material is widely used throughout the world, and its necessity has been long overdue in Ukraine.